Alright, so picking up where we last left off, we managed to do chapter 4, a brief introduction, and started to do a table. Isa pa lang, pero ideally dapat marami na tayong tables. Pero bago tayo proceed sa next table natin, now with table 1, we've made a demographic profile of the respondents. Remember na kada table, kada subheadings of the chapter tries to answer an SOP. Okay, na-include din natin yung SOP dito. Yan. Okay. After making the table, you create a verbal description of your findings. One easy way for you to do that is just simply try to identify ano yung minority, ano yung majority under for each category. For example, the ages of the majority of the 64 respondents, yeah, the majority. And there were no respondents under 20 years old, which constitutes for the minority. Then we move to gender. Okay, and then we move for employment status, present education, and ano pa ba? Yung hours, yan, yung hours of online learning that they do. Okay, and so on and so forth. Now, sa next paragraph natin, where we need to do an analysis and discussion about the verbal findings that we have. Kasi remember, chapter 4 is all about analysis and interpretation data. Now, look, kung old school kayo, isa-isahin natin ko cross-reference sa mga findings natin with other literature. But hey, look, we're gonna leverage the use of artificial intelligence, provided na one, itong mga sagot na binigay nyo are really yours. They are very original. Okay, so I have no problem with that. Kasi original lang naman to, wala kayong binibitch na anything unethical. Basta ginawa nyo talaga yung pagbigay na survey, and yung mga findings, hindi nyo nga dinoktor, sabi nga nila. We're gonna use AI to help us do the analysis and interpretation para dumali din with our limited time. So how do we do that? Okay, nandito na yung findings natin. What you simply do is choose your AI tool. Me, I like using Gemini kasi with Gemini, pwede nyo hinga na citation with Google. Okay, so you choose your helper. Me, I choose Gemini. So what do we do now? First, yan, ito yung findings. Copy natin yan. Okay? Sa Gemini, lagay nyo. Then, anong papagawa natin sa AI? With that, you want to ask AI to please create an analysis and interpretation of the findings. Siyempre, kailangan may context din para mas maging tight-rated, mas maging narrow. Of the findings in the context of the Philippines. Kaya para ma-narrow down. Siyempre, pag binigay niyo yung sagot, kailangan din may important references tayo na pwede nating i-cite para yung sinulat, para ma-cross-check din natin, para ma-cross-check din ng AI kung tama yung sinasabi niya. So what do you do? Please include references and citations. Yeah. So yan ha, tignan natin kung ano yung magiging findings niya. I click that. Okay. Okay. This aligns with the undergrad respondents and absence of respondents, Mhm. So, nagbigay na siya ng mabilis na analysis. Tignan natin kung meron din siyang interpretation. O, ito, maganda, oh. Alright, maganda. So far meron. Kasi mapapansin mo sa, yan, oh. Maganda, may analysis siya. Yung second paragraph. Sa akin to, may analysis pa rin siya. Now, when it comes to analysis and interpretation, it analyzes the findings that you have. And by analysis, it tries to look at your data presented and try to cross-reference it with other existing data. Now, it doesn't mean pag yung data nyo, hindi ka tumbas ng data ng iba, not yours is wrong. Remember, it's with regard to the context of what you're doing. Okay? Nilagyan na natin Philippine context para ma-compare natin yung findings nyo with other businesses sa Philippines. Okay, ito, maganda to. May references. Pagdating sa online learning, Harvard references. Blended learning as merged with preferred mode learning. Yan. Okay. This is good. Ito pa, may mga implications pa. Alright. And this one is also better. At least may references. But we could do better than this. We could ask Gemini for provide more references. Kasi kulang, isa lang naman. Okay, yan. May mga research paper tayo na pwedeng gamitin. Okay. Ito maganda, may links din. Kaya ito gusto ko pagdating sa Gemini. Now let's go back. Let's go back to this. Now we're gonna do the analysis of data. Siyempre, punta muna tayo sa age. Now we have to type it. Siyempre, para wala tayong nababiolate na kahit ano. Let's try to paraphrase what AI has written. Mhm. The following, again, natin, the following study shows that when it comes to age, majority of online working students in my case, are college and beyond in the Philippines. Okay? So yun na nga, this aligns with the high percentage of undergraduate respondents. Okay? Tapos hanap ka ng citation when it comes to this. Saan naman gagaling to? Bigyan natin yung list of citations natin na pwede natin gamitin. Classes of online learning. Okay. Adoption of online learning. UNESCO. Pwede natin tingnan to. Ignacio. Okay, cite natin si Ignacio dito. Yeah. When it comes to saan na ba tayo next? For gender. Okay. Okay. When it comes to gender, the distribution is very balanced. Pero ito yun though gender disparities can exist in other areas of studies. Pinalitan ko lang, pinaraphrase ko lang. Okay, so sino natin sa site natin dyan? Para ano tayo, pwede natin gamitin na isang citation na lang hanggang dulo. So, per gender, online learning habit preferences, and less than 5 hours a week, focus, yan. Ayun, ito, when it comes to hours per week in online studies, majority prefer shorter courses and focus more on learning sessions, reflecting prioritization of work commitments. Kasi tandaan natin na working students ang topic na dito. Commitments, family responsibilities, yan natin. Utilities, and other demands in life. Yan, meron na tayong analysis. Okay, ano pa? Bago natin bagsakan ng references. Ito, kasunod blended learning naman. Okay? Blended learning. Learning is the primary mode of online instruction. Ayun, highlighting the importance of still having face-to-face interface, components of HTTP. Wow, so far ito, maganda, may references. Kaya syempre, i-check nyo to Nelson et al. Balikan natin to kung legit pa talaga siya. Okay. Kalimutan natin yung ano dito, reference dito. Ignacio, reference natin. Ignacio, 2021. Assuming na lang na chinek natin. Pero kailangan nyo rin i-check. Pag ginagawa ko na lang paglagay ng citations, kunyari chinek ko na lang. Pero I hope na-intindihan yung flow. So, nandito na tayo sa type. Saan na tayo next? Okay. Blended learning. So far, natakil natin ang blended learning. Ayan. So, natakil na natin yung mga sagot to. Right. So, this is it. Yan. Ito na yung basic na ano. Meron na tayong interpretation. Meron na tayong analysis of data. Now, ito, implications. Implications and discussions can also be synonymous. But I like using the word implications because now yung findings mo are trying to imply something with what's going on in reality. All right, so let's put the implication, okay? That's fine. The implication, again, syempre, the implications of the study when it comes to the Philippine context. Pwede nyo gayahin to, no problem with me. Tandaan nyo, we're now trying to imply and you have the authority to imply provided na yung findings nyo, hindi nyo dinoktor at talagang nagtanong kayo ng mga tao. Okay. That when it comes to online learning, it is essential to have equitable access to internet connectivity, especially for ano bang group na to? Working class students. Yeah, kayo nagagawa ng implication. It is also to maintain quality standards to ensure courses are well designed and effective. Okay? Ano pa ba? Pwede ito. Just choose yung mga pwedeng maging maganda implication. Okay. Student support remains necessary to provide assistance to different age groups, genders, ano pa ba? Education level, educational levels ng implication. Okay? Saan ba nanggaling to implication na to? And from Garrison Anderson. Okay. Pwede pa natin improve to. The education study, when it comes to the Philippine context, when it comes to it's essential to have equitable access to internet connectivity, especially for working class students. Dagdagan natin, kasi sa bagay implication ito providing more options, not just synchronous, but also blended. Providing more options, not just blended, okay? But also self-paced, yun. Kasi ikaw na nagbibigay ng semi-recommendation dito for those who geographically have restricted or limited access to schools. Yan, okay. It's also important to meet quality standards to ensure courses are well designed and effective. Okay, so that online courses are in par with tried and tested face to face. Yan. Tandaan mo dito sa implication na you're giving an implication when it comes to the Philippines. Okay, yeah. So I think this is sound. Okay, we managed to do that. This is very good. So para sa findings na ito, importante na original dapat sa inyo talaga nang galing. Okay, you've managed to provide a verbal description of the data kasi descriptive statistics nga ito. You've also managed to include some analysis, okay, interpretation as well. Okay, so parang nagiging academically sounding na siya. And don't forget to include the references that you will use for later. Alright, lagay natin dito. So we're gonna use that. Ito yung ginamit natin si Ignacio. Ito maganda sa, sa tawag dito, sa Google Gemini. Pwede mong hanapin yung link talaga. And remember that provided na kunwari na lang I did the proper cross-referencing. Kung hindi lumabas sa cross-references nyo, try to find more references dito sa AI na ginamit natin. Kasi importante na for every analysis and discussion that you've done, you have to cross-reference it with uh, a cited and a published article. Alright, so kunwari na lang natapos na natin itong uh, SOP number 1, the demographic profile of the respondents. And again, to my findings, marami pa yan. Now, we move on to kunyari na lang, tapos natin lang, we move on to the second SOP of my studies. So, syempre, with this one, you have to apply heading number 3. And remember, headings should not be in questions. This should be, as headings. So, put this, the levels of online learning, online na lang, on the levels of online learning. Okay. Yan na siya. So that is the answer to my SOP number 2. Remember, pag may bago tayo headings, we have to put in a brief description. The following segment presents the levels of online learning the 64 respondents have. Ano ba to? Diba? This is my IB. What are the IBs? Pwede mong pahabain by including what are your IBs categorically. Lagyan natin from synchronous, asynchronous, blended, and self-paced. Pwede mo describe paano measure which the levels were measured, parang mababa lang. Measured using a 5-point Likert scale. Okay. 5-point Likert scale. Ano pa ba? Pwedeng details doon. Lagyan na dito. Each category had, ilan ba ginawa ko? 4 questions. 4 questions each. And each questions were measured using a 5-point Likert scale. Ano pa pwede natin idagdag? The weighted mean was measured. Verbal descriptions were also included. Okay, you can put that. And remember, proper formatting, this should be sized well. Okay, double space, justified, and double space. Okay, so may introduction na tayo. You're right. What do we do now? We put in a table. The following table presents the level of, I know, paulit-ulit. That is it. first one. The first is, ano ba sa akin? Balikan natin yung findings ko. Up, mga. Balikan ko yung aking Google Forms. Wait lang. Responses. Alright. So, ito na siya. Viewing sheets. Ano ba ang aking first? And at this point on, tingnan natin yung mga levels of the IV. Asynchronous. Okay, asynchronous. The first is asynchronous learning. Okay, now we create a table. So how would the table look like? Siyempre, lalagyan na natin table 2 levels of asynchronous learning. Alright, levels of asynchronous learning. Siyempre, heading. Huwag na kalimutan heading. Heading number 4, dapat nakasenter yan. Yan siya. So, anong magiging itsura ng table natin? Of course, we're gonna put in the questions, okay? And then you're gonna put in the weighted mean, alright? Verbal interpretation. Balikan ko lang itong ano ko, ha? Makita natin. Yung nagawa na. Kasi we're gonna use APA 7 style. My God. Here we go. Mas nakakita niyo. So, balikan ko lang kasi medyo nakalimutan ko ng class. Okay. Siya, ito yung natapos ko na. SOP number 1. Dami kong table, no? Pero kahit makagawa lang kayo ng tatlo, no problems. Levels of online learning. Ayan, no? O, di ba? Side by side. Synchronous learning. Okay, synchronous learning ba? Okay, pero... Okay. Synchronous learning. This should be asynchronous learning. O, sige, palitan natin. Kasi synchronous to. Ano ba sinasabi ng ano? Ano bang inuna kong mga questions? Sheets. Okay, so asynchronous learning ang lumabas na unang 4 na question ko. So, susundan natin to. Okay. So, what do you do now? Now we have 4 questions. We create a table. How would the table look like? It's like this. We need to have 4 columns. All right. Insert table. I have 4 questions. So, ang mangyayari yan, this is the 4 questions. 4 rows, 4 columns, at dahil lalagay natin yung headings saka yung endings, gawin na natin 6. Yan siya. Okay, since mahaba yung questions, create the space here. At dahil itong mga sagot na to, maliit lang naman, dito na natin yan. So, what would the heading look like? Pagayahin na lang natin to. Yan. Distribute natin even dito. Distribute. Alright, questions. Weighted mean, descriptive rating, verbal interpretation. Alright. So, para hindi kayo malito, I'm gonna help you out naman kung ano yung mga to. Sa mga verbal interpretation, weighted mean, we have to include that. Para hindi rin consume mo sa space. Kahit size 10, no problem yun eh. So, here we go. Sa questions, definitely, you're gonna copy the question sa inyong questionnaire. First question ko is this one. Second question ko is this one. Third question ko is this one. Okay. Fourth question ko is... Tama ba? Asynchronous modules. One. Sorry, nagkamali ako. This is my second question. Then, this is my third question. Susundan niyo lang naman yung sa inyo. And this is my fourth question. Yan. So, yan na siya. Right, now that we've got the questions, syempre ayusin natin yung formatting ng table natin. Okay. We're gonna look for the weighted mean. And how do you look for the weighted mean? Ano yung averages with regard to that question? Kasi kailangan yung weighted mean when we do the statistical analysis. So for example, this is my first question. Ito yung mga tanong, 64. I simply have to highlight this. Yan, para malaman natin. As you would notice sa lower right portion, lumalabas na yung sum. Ayan, sum 22. Okay? I have 64 respondents, 65 dito kasi yung heading is the one. So here's what you do. Kung magamit mo kayo ng Google Docs or malamang Google Docs niya kasi naka-attach sa forms, you simply click this tapos makikita niyo yung average. This is your weighted mean. Okay, so copy lang natin yan. Weighted mean is 3.46. Dahil round off to the second. Okay. Okay. Ito siya, weighted mean. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to descriptive and verbal interpretation, gamitin nyo na ng guide itong ano ko. Gamitin nyo na ng guide ito. Sometimes it tends to be get confusing, pero if you look at this, yan, ito gagamitin yung guide. Okay, so ang ibig sabihin nito, any number, pagdating sa weighted mean, that falls under 4.225 is a very large extent verbal and very high when it comes to verbal interpretation. All right, ito ba? Ano to? This is very high. No, this one falls under this one to a large extent and high. Therefore, ito kopihin natin. Descriptive rating. Descriptive. So basically, with descriptive rating, you're trying to describe the average of 3.47 to a very large extent. The asynchronous modules help me to develop practical problem solving skills in applicable to my job to a very large extent. Verbal interpretation, high. Okay? To a large extent, verbal interpretation, high. So parang binigyan mo lang ng sagot aside using a number. Malay ba nila, what does 3.47 mean? If you're trying to be verbal, malay ba nila kung ano yun? So if you describe kung ano yung averages, you just simply say, to a large extent. Verbal interpretation, how do we interpret to a large extent? We interpret it as high. Yun siya. Okay? So, balikan natin to. This one. Anong average ko? Yan, may average, no? Click mo na lang, oh. Participating in class discussion analysis, my ability to use course concepts in real-world scenario is 3.81. Okay, what is that? Gamitin nyo na lang guide to. Diyan naman yan, 3.81 is what? Also, to a large extent. To a large extent. To a large extent. To a large extent. Right, so ito yan. Pag tinanong, does participating in classroom discussion enhance my ability to use course concepts in real-world scenarios in a asynchronous learning? To a very large extent, it does for this example. Ay, tapusin na lang natin to. Okay, all right. For the third question, wow, okay, also 3.81. 81. So, ganun na rin yan, eh. Oh. So, parehas na naman, eh. Copy na lang natin yan. And finally, this one, 3.85. Kasi round off. So, 6. What is this? I think ito rin yun. Okay. Right. So, now we have this. We're gonna put in the total weighted mean. Tandaan nyo, yung mga total ng mean is very important, lalo na for statistical analysis. Weighted mean. Okay, ano average neto? How do we find this? Copy ko na lang dito. Okay, copy. Ito ko na lang lagay ha, para madali. Na may average na agad. Okay, 3.73. So, this is 3.74. Anong value yan? Verbal value yan. Buhayin ko na para hindi makagulo sa 3 point. Yan. This is, to a large extent. Here we go. Copy na lang natin ito. Yan. Alright. So, ito mahalaga. Itong part na to. Itong gagamitin natin pagdating sa statistical analysis. Alright. Copy tuloy. Mali. Yan. Okay. So, tandaan nyo, every time that you make a table, now you have to do a description, a verbal description of your findings. So, ganun pa rin ang pattern. You simply have to describe ano yung pinakamataas at pinakamababa. Okay? When it comes, bahala na kayo paano simulan. When it comes to asynchronous online learning, majority the respondents report that the flexibility of asynchronous learning allows them to use it effectively in their jobs and responsibilities. Ito yun. Ito yung pinakamataas natin, di ba? Lagyan mo na yun. Describe mo na rin. We have to rated 3.1 to a large extent high. Yan. May nilagyan natin pinakamataas. Ano yung pinakamababa? The respondents rated asynchronous to help them in problem solving skills to a rated as the lowest with 2.47 to a large extent high. The total weighted mean of learning is, gawin na rin yan. Report mo yung total weighted mean. Large extent high. Okay, so you got this. Alam niyo na kung magiging kasunod. Ang magiging kasunod is, of course, analysis and interpretation. So, kung gusto niyo mag-cross references, no problem with me. But if you want things to be quicker, pwede kayong gumamit ng AI. Again, provided na itong ni-research nyo ay itong mga sagot na to ay talagang kinuha niya from data. Okay, so what do we ask? Analyze and interpret the following findings. Okay. What is the implication for the Philippine context? Para matitrate natin. Ano pa ba? Please include references and citations. Okay. Okay? Yan. Alright. May citations ba tayo para dito? Okay. Okay. The findings. Mhm. Paano natin simulan to? Ito na lang. The high ratings of the respondents show that that flexible modality such as asynchronous learning fits the lifestyles of Filipino learners, Filipino working students. Mhm. That allow them to balance work and professional responsibility. However, yeah, maganda may however. However, the low rating for problem solving skills may suggest limitations of this type of online learning, which is crucial for developing critical skills. Okay. Alright, so ito na yung analysis. Ano pa yung mga implication? What does the finding imply? Hmm. The findings lie in the context of the Philippines that asynchronous learning can be helpful for busy professionals with, yan lang, trying to bridge the yan na lang, professionals. Alright. Therefore, quality assurance of this type of learning is essential to provide students with problem-solving skills. Ayan, may mga nakalagay na yan. Should consider incorporating synchronous elements. Ayan, maganda. By incorporating elements such as worthwhile hours or synchronous discussion. Aba. I guess pwede na siguro to. Okay, references. Provided na kunyari, chinek natin isa-isa ito with regards to this one, lalagay nyo. Garrison, et al. I think it doesn't really matter kung luma na. At this point pa naman, we're trying to cross references. Kunyari, tignan natin si Siemens. Siemens 2004. Alright. So, yun na. Gawa na natin to. Okay, table 4. Yan. Now, look. Medyo mahaba-haba to. But talagang mahaba-haba to. Pero you're given the time naman to work on it. Okay? Right. So now that you've done this, you're gonna do another table of the overall weighted mean. In my case, I have four categories of online learning: synchronous, asynchronous, blended, and self-paced. Pag nakuha nyo na yung mga total weighted mean, okay, you're gonna do tawag dito, a last table that includes everything. Buti na lang natapos ko na, and this is how it would look like. Okay, so balikan na lang natin to. I did this one is synchronized na una, pero this should be asynchronized. Table 13 is synchronized. This is the description. Asynchronous. Okay, this is the description. Blended. Yan yung mga sagot ko. This is the description. Self-paced, this is the description. Okay. Okay, so ito na mangyayari. You have to create a different table that includes the overall weighted mean of online learning. Kung ano man ang mga categories. So ito na yung averages of all the averages that you've done. Lalabas mo yan. Ano ba to? Correlate natin. Asynchronous. Oh yeah, tama. Ano, bakit iba to? Asynchronous. Hindi kasi iba pa lang. So, pasensya. Iba kasi yung numbers na yun. Sorry. So anyway, yan siya. Okay? Overall weighted mean. And from that point on, you have to provide a verbal description and then an analysis. Right. So that is a descriptive statistics of my IV. Now here's the thing, IV pa lang yan. You have to do the same with your DV. And in my case, my DV is the levels of practical skills developed. Mababa, I know, right? So ito yun. Pwede mo sa DV naman, pwede mo siyang ipaghima-himahin tulad nito. Pero dahil DV lang naman, we're trying to look at the overall dependent variable effect. Pwede nila siyang pagsama-samahin. Pwede nyo siyang i-categorize. So, kunyari, in this case, ang DV ko, levels of practical skills, at yung mga questions, lalagay nyo na lang yung category. Now, it's up to you how you want to build this. Pwede mahaba-haba, pwede rin ganito klaseng approach. Alright, basta importante dito, may overall weighted mean, okay, saka may verbal description. Siyempre, once you've done that, na-describe mo na, descriptive statistics, you describe it on the table, and then you provide a verbal interpretation. Yan siya. Okay? At pag nagawa niyo yan, it will be my task this time around to provide the statistics. So, yun, how to do that. Sige, so just to summarize and to recap, what you can do to make things easier is that, basta hindi mo dinoktor yung results mo, talagang ginawa mo genuinely, you could use AI to help you analyze and interpret. Okay, yun na ang advantage natin right now. And importante when you do that, for you to have proper citations of what you're doing. What I did here, medyo shinortcut ko na, assume na lang na kin-cross-reference ko na binasa ko, pero in your part, you really have to do this. Ginawa ko lang yun just to provide an example here. Okay? Para pag binalikan yung mga sinabi nyo, you have the primary references to back what you're trying to say. Okay? It's a matter of being creative na rin how you would want to interpret your data, how you want to provide analysis. More importantly, how you put implications in the context of the Philippines. All right, class. Sige, I hope this video helps when it comes to descriptive statistics. Sana magawa, well, not sana, dapat magawa nyo ito so we could move along. All right, this is Professor Jojo. Signing